be able to hear me fine. Now, good morning. It is the earliest I've woken up in 2 weeks-ish. Earliest I've got out of bed in 2 weeks. It's the video diary 21st of June. Currently, I'm outside of Joanna's work. Just dropped her off at work, and now I need to get to work. So anyway, let's recap the week. So what exciting happened this week? So I was in isolation, or so we'll go through the list. Jobs covered. I'm now just waiting on the official start date, which should be in October. Uni, I just didn't feel right working. When I try, my brain's a bit kind of mushy still. Last week, it was like, it's got progressively better, but it was definitely pretty bad. Still, in the kind of working days of last week, it's only really got better over the weekend, so maybe from Friday onwards kind of thing. The brain fog still persists a little bit, which is frustrating, because I normally enjoy the fact that I'm quite sharp. So losing that's a bit of a pain, especially when you've got dissertation to write and stuff. So sure, the one I'm looking about, it's other cars. Oh my god, this has been vibrating the whole time. How will I balance this other than vibrate? So maybe just hold it for a little while. I still had brain fog, so I've not really done much, if any, of my dissertation, which is annoying. So today we're going to start back doing that. Going to see how much I can work, because normally I can work like a solid 10-hour day, but recently even like an hour or two a day has been just frying my brain. And also I think because the idea of the dissertation is so large, like the stuff that I need to do, it's like, for instance, if I had to do like a sheet of questions for uni, I would just probably be able to do like one at a time and get through it. But the idea of writing a literature review draft, and the research question and stuff, it just makes it a much larger obstacle to try and do when you know that everything you do is hard and is difficult. Even just small things to try and conceptualize doing something so large, just kind of makes you push it off, I think. Just especially when you don't feel too good and your brain's a bit hazy, and the whole point of this station is to show your kind of problem solving abilities, of which mine are hindered at the moment. So we're going to start that off today. Didn't really do any last week, so I'm going to try and get an extension on my dissertation, just to make up for this time, because I was talking to Joanna about it and I was thinking that I'd maybe be able to try and do the work, like just work extra hard and maybe get it done anyway. But then I'm thinking I'm really putting myself at a disadvantage, considering how hard COVID hit me personally. So I'm going to request that and see how that goes. So isolation ended on, I think, Thursday for me it was. Yeah, so Thursday, isolation ended, so I just went a quick 50-minute walk. Heart rate still went up pretty high, like up to 120 just walking. And I was a little bit out of breath, so I didn't do much more than like 20 minutes of walking. The next day, Joanna's isolation was also up, so the both of us went to the gym. Holy moly, man. So I done lat pull down. I could comfortably do like 52, 59 just about for like 6 or 7, and then I was dying, which was absolutely nothing for me. My forearms were so weak. I noticed that the kind of biggest problem is that I don't have that oomph, so I can still like pull the weight and control the weight if it's a lightweight, but I can't give that kind of like, see that burst of energy, as if it's like it surges right through you and then through your arms or whatever. I can't do that at all, which is a pain. So I've done that. Then I've done my cable rows, which was like, again, I'd done like 45 or something. And then I'd done curls as well. Or did I do curls first, I think? And the curls, I'd done like 27, maybe 32 for like 6. This is all kilos. So it was like nothing again. I was just so weak. And after those 3, I was just dying. And to put it in perspective, doing that and then the elliptical on 4, my heart rate didn't go below like 115, and it fluttered kind of in the 120 range, 130 maybe. So I'm definitely weaker, and my temperature is still, like, my heart rate is still going right up, and I'm sweating like nobody's business, man. Like, just dripping down constantly because of the high heart rate. To put it in perspective, I do normally sweat, but just nowhere near that much. Like, normally quite a lot, but not that much. And my heart rate definitely doesn't normally do that much. If I'm doing like, my hand's getting sore. If I'm doing like lat pull down or something, my heart rate never would go that high. It would only go that high if I was maybe doing like deadlifts or something like that. So we've done that. We're absolutely dying. Came back home and basically we're falling asleep straight away. So then the following day, so would that have been? I can't remember what day I said it was, but that was a Friday. And then on the Saturday, we also went to the gym again. This time I done chest. Ended up incline pressing 20s, shoulder pressing 14s, lateral raising 10s, tri push down like 35 kilos or something. So all in all, again, absolutely nothing. The same thing actually happened again where my heart rate was like 120 and I was sweating the whole time, obviously. And now I still, even on Monday, have DOMs from that. Like, here it's absolutely agony still. To like move my arms anywhere, lift them up. That's why I'm leaning on this with my elbow instead of holding it up, because I can't hold it up because it's too sore. Normally this kind of DOMs would be good, but it's a bit of a pain right now with just the exhaustion anyway. On top of that, so that, yeah, my heart rate is like 120 still. Even when I walk, if I'm walking on like at 4.2 to 4.5 speed, like maybe a 2.5, 3 to 3.5 incline, which is just like what I'd normally do. Even if I do that, my heart rate's going up to like 127, which is mental. And Joanna and I also went to walk then yesterday, Sunday, and she was getting breathless and heart rate was up at like over 120 just walking. Mine didn't. Mine's just kind of chilled out now, so like maybe on a walk it's like 105 or something, but hers was still really high. Mine was also like down to like 90, just depending how fast we were walking and how long for. But we definitely can still feel it in our system. Joanna still has a cough. I really just have tiredness. So to put it in perspective, I normally sleep 7.5 hours a night, and that's me for like fully functional. I'm optimal if I get like another half an hour, 45 minutes. But if I have more, so say I have like 9 to 10 hours, then it gives me normally like an insomnia the next day because I've had like too much sleep. But lately I've been having 9.5 hours a night without working out. And then when we were working out, we were still having like 9.5 hours, but we were trying to push ourselves into getting up earlier again. So earlier I say, but that's like getting out of bed at like 10:30. But you're getting like 9.5 hours sleep still and waking up tired. So you can see like I have like my little eyes right now that I get when I'm tired. And that's because last night I had like, I don't know, 7.5 hours sleep, so we could get up early. So yeah, I still have like that kind of lethargy, is it? Like, which is a pain. and Joanna was kind of frustrated at that also, that we just have that like frustration still at being tired quite often, not being able to think. Joanna's still kind of getting out of breath when she's trying to think and talk at the same time. For me, it's not too bad, but I still a bit crap, to be fair. So this week, hopefully, we're going to go to the gym again today. We're going to just continue with the gym, like maybe kind of like normal, 2 on, 1 off, maybe 2 off every second time, something like that. Just to make sure that we're doing something, try to kind of get healthy and get fit again, because the last 2 weeks have just flown by. So yeah, and now it's exciting happening. Now, Father's Day yesterday. Happy Father's Day to everybody, especially my dad. Happy Father's Day. Didn't get to see him, obviously, so I gave him a phone. Obviously because I'm down in London. Apparently it's not London, but it's basically London. MK is basically London to me, someone from Scotland. So I'm gonna do something for that. Thinking of, I don't know. I've got a cool idea. What else? That's everything really. So yeah, kind of overall theme of last week was definitely getting better, 100%. Oh, we've been watching the Euros as well. Joanna's been loving it, actually, believe it or not. Oh, we watched the Scotland-England game with Joanna's dad as well. It wasn't overly patriotically Scottish household, I must admit, considering, I don't know, that obviously although Joanna is probably the second most supportive of the Scottish there. Her dad's Scottish, her mum's English, and they've obviously always lived in England for like, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years or something. So, aye, but it's funny, I always find it funny that when I'm sitting in like a crowd that I'm unfamiliar with whilst supporting football, or where I know I shouldn't be shouting and swearing, I don't shout and swear as much, like, or at all really. It just doesn't come out of my mind. I always thought it was funny. So I wasn't really cussing English that much. Not as much as I would have been if it was just me watching it. Is this worse? Holding it like that, my arms get so sore. Honestly. Oh, that was a pain in the gym, man. Like sitting shoulder pressing 14s next to everybody else, man, and feeling like, you know, you can do as heavy as the other people, but everyone's kind of looking at you like as if you're a wimp. Honestly, nightmare. So yeah, overarching theme, getting better. Definitely feeling much better again. Just tired. Not you, Robin. So definitely getting better. So this week I'm gonna try and work, but instead of doing my crazy like 6-hour work week, I'm gonna just try and do a nice normal like 40 hours maybe, including weekends though, I think, unless I take them off, I don't know. We'll see how it goes though. Joanna's in until 3 today, so that's for the next 8 hours, is that right? I don't think that's right. 7 hours? 9? Oh yeah, because I started from 8. 7 hours. Gee, see how slow I am with numbers even? I'm normally good with numbers. So I get 7 hours to work today because she finishes it early at 3, which is good because I think we have to kind of break ourselves back in. We can't just jump straight back into like her working, say like 8:30 to 5, and me working just all day every day. So I need to chill out a little bit. But because of parking situations right now, I could try and park and then move and park and move or whatever, but I'm also fancy getting out of the room. Just that's all, by the way, that's just because of there's not enough spaces in the drive for me to be there also at the moment, so I would have to park in a temporary parking position, of which you can only park 3 hours, so I can't really be bothered with that hassle. And also that's only today, so but also I would like to get out of the house, get out of the room, which we've been stuck in for like 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to go to like Costa or Wetherspoons or something like that and do some work today. So yeah, goal of this week is just get back into work, break ourselves back in, hopefully kind of run out some of this exhaustion, and get back into a proper good routine. So I have a good week, and hopefully by the end of this week, by this next video, I'll have a better idea of my research question and my literature review will be part done. So see you later, bye.